The world's first Dairy Queen is getting a museum-worthy overhaul.
No frosty treats, but a spot in history. The original location at 501 North Chicago in Joliet opened on this day 86 years ago. Now the Joliet Area Historical Museum is taking over the building as part of its Route 66 collection. The museum plans to restore the facade to its 1940s look. The inside will be part of the museum, complete with historical artifacts from that area.
Okay, so what I found interesting about this was that this Dairy Queen is located in the Windy City. And I did some research in the past about the Windy City and the symbolism they use with the 4 stars and the hands holding in the 4 stars. They're 4 6-pointed stars. And that's the symbol for Chicago. It's, called the Windy City, but also the word dairy has the word airy in it, right? And so we have this idea of the Dairy Queen or D Airy Queen, right? Because D can sound like the, depending on your dialect, right? So I consider all dialects whenever I'm looking at things so that I can get a better so I can get more out of what I'm looking at here. So if we see it like that, then you see the Airy Queen, right, is being revived and she's getting a retro look. So the building is going retro, right? It's getting a new facade, or it's getting revived. It's getting infused with newness. But that newness somehow has to do with the past, right? And then we have this idea of the 4 winds taking the entire bowl, which is a nod to the cow queen or the Taurus field, right? Taking that bowl and pulling it through a time warp, right? So I keep getting this, but what I'm also getting from this is the idea of going retro. The look of the building is retro, right? So the building is getting an upgrade, but the upgrade is taking place in the past, right? So it's like taking the building and moving it to the past, but it's still somehow new because it's getting a new life or a rewrite or an edit or a retrograde, right? So the retro era, I think, was the 40s and the 50s, right? I think the 50s was referred to, maybe it was the 40s, the retro era. And so Joliet is interesting. I think Jolie reminds me of the word Jolie, and then you have the Route 66, right? It's joining the Route 66 collection. Root has to do with Malchut, or the earth, the trunk of the tree. The trunk of the tree is the area of everything projecting, or the point of which everything is coming out, which is why it is referred to as the root of everything. And the 66, of course, can also mean the 12 hands of time. The 12 hours of time becomes that, because that comes to 12 2 6s. And then that could also be the 2 6s of the masculines. Complete an entire Merkaba, and the other 6, the mirror. The 6 in the mirror, even though a female on the outside appears to be a 5-pointed star, but her 6th point is within, okay? Because hers is inverted, and the masculine's is on the outside. So the masculine is a 6-point vehicle visually on the outside, and a feminine is a 6-point vehicle who appears as a 5-point vehicle, okay, because her organs are on the inside of her sacral, or her yasod is on the inside, so it's there, it's just not visible. What else, Troy? I guess that's all I gotta say about that, but yeah, I thought that was interesting. So they're saying the Dairy, or the Airy Queen, the Queen of Air, is being revived in the Windy City. Thanks.